HBJ coming back, and we're now on our third C. This is container. Now, as you can see, well, they're containers, but they're all different purposes. I mean, obviously, that's for my cooking kit. Okay, this is water filtration, but I kind of set all this out of here because, I just wanted different examples. I do have more than that. I do have a military canteen and the canteen cup, but just like I showed in the previous video, I have so much crap up here, I didn't want to dig it out. It is a stainless steel cup. I also have the Stanley Cook cup, or cup set, and I also recently purchased the Stanley fry pan, more for camping purposes. I did not buy that for my bug out bag because it's a triple layer pan, so it's stainless steel, aluminum, and stainless steel. It weighs a lot. That frying pan weighs as much as everything that's sitting right here in front of us. Well, maybe not, because this is full of water, this is half full of water. But I just wanted different examples, okay, of container. Now, could you be fine with just this? Well, maybe, as far as, water purposes, trying to get water and purify it. This is a 32 ounce. Now, this is usually what comes with the Sawyer Squeeze. This is the Sawyer Mini, but it still works for this. And I usually keep this. We will see some of this stuff later on when I get to a video about my Maxpedition Jumbo Versa Pack, because I keep all this. I keep this in there. That way I always have some way of making water drinkable, even in that small pack. And then, of course, this thing you use to back flush these filters. But you can also use this to get water out of small puddles or whatever. And then, of course, you can put it in this thing and boil it, or in this thing. This is just kind of like your Gatorade bottle. Bought this in Walmart. I think it was like 89 cents or something like that. So this is usually my go-to bottle. I'll keep water in this along with my military canteen. Now, this is full because it again comes off of the Jumbo Versa Pack. So whenever I have this, the Sawyer Mini or whatnot, I can put the water into this and drink it, or I can put the water in this and boil it, because this is the single-walled stainless steel. It's Topoco, whatever you want to say it. I bought this on Amazon. I think I got both of these bottles for the same price that you get a clean canteen. I think I got these like $10 a piece. So I went with this instead. Clean canteen is, well, you pay for the name, not the bottle. Because quality-wise, there's no difference between this one and that one. You just pay for the name. So I went with a cheaper name. Of course, this is whatever. And a little handle to carry it. This is plastic, but all you have to do is, take it off before you put it in the fire. And then you can use, pick this out of the fire with gloves or whatever you want to use. Okay. So let's move all this stuff to the side, get it out of the way. Okay, then of course, you always want some way to boil your water. Now you can boil in this, obviously, but I keep this. Usually I'll keep stuff in here, like little things of salt and pepper, and you know, maybe some packs of coffee. I have used it. It needs to be cleaned a little bit. It's got dry residue from, you know, I use Walmart distilled water for this, so you'd think distilled water wouldn't leave this residue in this pan, but evidently it does. Probably just water stains. It's might be what it is. Yeah, it's probably just water stain. Because this is how I heat my coffee up in the morning. I fill this up with water, I boil it, and then I put it in my it's not within reach, my Stanley French press. Yeah, I bought that too. So that's how I make my coffee every morning. So that's why this is out of the pack, and this is why it doesn't have all the stuff in it. But I like this little pot. It's nice and light. It's not titanium light, but it's light. And I've used it a few times. I like it. So I think I have found my, you know, some of these pots, like the titanium ones, they're expensive. And Stanley's a well-known name. Yes, it is made in China, but whatever. It's nice. It's a nice thick gauge metal. It's durable. Not really expensive. I paid like $20 for it, so it's no big deal. So I think that's the pot I'm going to stick with. So, all right. Anyway, other ideas for containers. You can use aluminum bottles. You could go to like a Dollar Tree and buy, well, $1 a piece. So you could buy as many as your heart content. I have heard don't boil water in aluminum. I have also heard you can boil water in aluminum. So do your own research. I don't know. I prefer not to use aluminum, but that's preference. You can use glass jars, glass bottles. You can actually boil water in glass jars. There's a trick to it, though. You have to slowly heat up that glass. If you can find Pyrex jars, they do exist. They're hard to find. Pyrex, of course, we use for baking and casseroles and things like that. So you know, you'll already know that glass is durable enough to take the heat. But when you want to boil something in regular glass, just know you have to heat that glass up slowly. But you can boil water in glass, but you could also break it. So choose wisely. Plastic, you can boil in plastic, but again, you have to do it really slowly. I've actually watched people boil water in pop bottles, but it does distort the plastic. So again, I wouldn't rely solely on that. You can have these plastic bottles if you want. Just know you're never going to be able to really heat, because this is a really cheap plastic. I'd imagine it would shrink, burn holes in it. So you definitely wouldn't want to boil in this. And I don't, because I'm not sure of what plastic this is. There are certain plastics that are really good at absorbing flavor. So if you use iodine tablets, that bottle could absorb that flavor, and everything you put in it from there on out will taste like it. So again, choose wisely. But I pre-filter all the water using that and then put it in here. It's fine then. So anyway, anything metal, anything glass, again, aluminum's questionable. I'm sorry, I'm going over the list in my head. I usually should probably write this stuff down, but I never end up doing it. Oh, Camelback. Okay, so Camelbacks are really good. If you don't know what that is, it's a hydration pack. Usually it looks like a backpack. Has a water bladder in it and a hose. Those are great. I had one in the military, absolutely loved it. The problem with it is you have to keep them clean. You can get bacteria in that tube. It can make you sick. It is silicone, so the good news is it don't absorb bacteria. It's easy to clean. But you have to have like a tube brush to clean it, which is just more crap you'd have to carry out in the woods. They do make tablets that will clean the Camelback. Of course, you could just use regular water and soap, but make sure you got to make sure you get the soap out of it. You also need to make sure you clean it really well before you use it. There's actually a chemical they put in that to keep critters away from it. And if you don't wash it out properly before you use it, it can make you sick. So, heed my warning. But that goes with any hydration pack. It's not just Camelback. Walmart has its own versions of it. So does Dick's Sporting Goods and places like Dunham's. And, even Army surplus stores have their own versions of them. But yeah, just make sure they're really clean. Don't put anything other than water in them. And they work really well. If you want, if that's what you choose, then it's good. You can get them 2, 3, and I think for a while they even made 3.5 liter packs, which really, unless you're doing strenuous activity, that should be plenty to get by, get through the day. The average person would only need about 3.5 liters of water a day. But again, that's if you're not doing a lot of strenuous activity. Okay, so anyway, let's see. It probably wouldn't be a bad idea to keep some aluminum foil. A lot of bug out bag lists, and a lot of people suggest aluminum foil because you can use it as a water container. You could use it to cook food in. There's a lot of different uses for aluminum foil, so that probably wouldn't be a bad idea either. You can even use duct tape to make a water container. Now, I seriously doubt you would be able to boil it. It would melt the tape pretty quick. But you may be able to get away with putting the water in your duct tape container and then drop hot rocks into that water to get it to boil. But I don't think I would stake my life on that. I've seen a few people do it in videos demonstrating it, but as soon as that rock sinks to the bottom, it's going to hit that tape and melt, and I don't know how they get away with it, but I've seen it a few times. It works. So, again, whatever you want to do. Well, I know there are probably other ideas, probably other things I could go over, but I've done 3 of these videos now. It is time for me to make some dinner, and then I'm going to take my happy ass to sleep. So until next time, HBJ out. Peace.